let's just start with the guy who did the shredding most of the time.
Yeah.
On a bum ankle.
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes.
Right.
And it's almost like, did he really have a bum ankle? Although you said in the pregame show and watching him in pregame warmups that it did stick out to you like, uh-oh. He ain't moving so well.
The way he looked in pregame, I just went to my wife and kids. I just went, he's not as healthy as I thought he was going to be. Just from some of the movement and some of the drills and things I saw.
He always kind of looks like that.
I know,
like
he
Patrick
does.
Mahomes.
He does. He has a little bit of that old man, like, I'm not 100. But this was, I'm used to that, so I know what that looks like.
Yeah.
And then off of that, I was like, oh, man, he's not quite where he needs to be, but obviously still effective enough.
Yeah.
Right? And, I mean, how can you not start there? I don't know what else to say. I mean, they're built through him. The success they have on offense, again, it might not always go to his numbers, but it's all predicated through him. I mean, the Eagles couldn't play their 5-man front. The Eagles had to play coverage. So that led to, underneath throws and their running game being effective because, oh, no, we can't rush 5 against the greatest blitz quarterback in the history of football, right? So that's all the Mahomes effect, let alone, yes, here he is in the 3rd Super Bowl, and I'm going to say this is 3 Super Bowls where he's on the lesser team and he's won 2 out of 3, okay? They were the lesser team yesterday. I don't think anybody could watch that game and not think that. Now, we'll dive into some of the things that helped them become the Super Bowl champ, but I mean, the deck was more stacked against them than the other way around. I think anybody reasonable can think about can agree with that. But then just everything off it. Not only second Super Bowl in 4 years, being there 3 out of 4 years, the 5-year thing like we talked about, the AFC Championship game. This one gets to play a quarter healthy the whole playoffs. Oh, you just got to beat the hot Jaguars and Trevor Lawrence. Oh, you just got to beat the kryptonite of your team, the Bengals and Joe Burrow on half a leg. And then, you got to beat the best pass rush in the history of football other than the 85 Bears. And, as I said last week and the week before that, the pass rush is a little overrated, and that offensive line is really damn good, and we'll talk about that too. But that, and then added on to the long list of what he accomplished things in this season that most great quarterbacks, it takes them it might be the greatest season in the history of quarterback in the NFL.
Really?
Well, when you really unpack it, I mean, when you really look at it, no guy that's led the NFL in passing yards has ever won the Super Bowl. Well, he did it in the same year. Led touchdowns, right? Led passing yards, won the MVP, won the Super Bowl MVP. Like, these are things, again, he accomplished in 1 year that I think that we look at and would go, oh, yeah, well, Peyton Manning accomplished this and Tom Brady accomplished this. Yeah, but it took him like 12, 15 years to put all those together. He did this all in 1 season, And again, it's without Tyreek Hill. He wasn't supposed to be. It was supposed to be all Tyreek, apparently. So that, to me, it's just, and okay, I'm sorry, you got me going here. And, like, kind of in the retool, reprocess mode of the team, and you win the Super Bowl. Like we talked about a few weeks ago. It's a totally different team than the team that lost in the AFC Championship game last year. Hey, we're going to get younger and kind of retool the team. Oh, and in the process of rebuilding, we're going to just win the Super Bowl. It's kind of amazing.
It's a reload, not a rebuild.
Right.
To give some context to the numbers that you're saying
do.
there about Patrick Mahomes, Pete is throwing this in here. He's the first quarterback since Johnny Unitas in 1959 to lead the NFL in passing yards and win the title that season. Here's trivia for you.
Yeah.
Mahomes this season was the passing yards leader, the passing touchdown leader, regular season MVP, Super Bowl MVP, and the Super Bowl champ.
Right.
Okay. Who are the other 3 quarterbacks to accomplish that in their career?
Ooh, I know. In their career.
In their career,
and
as you
again,
were mentioning.
This is 1 season, let alone like the highlight packages we showed for Sunday Night Football, right? On Mahomes, where you go, we just showed people's greatest highlights of the history of their 15, 16-year career. This was one season for Mahomes, and he has a whole list of highlights where we'd go, wait, this was 1 year? Most people do this in a 10-year span.
Not only the best plays, but some of the most interesting looking plays.
Right, exactly.
Too. Yeah.
So I said two, I would think, right? Brady and Manning are certainly them. Who am I missing here? Hold on a second here. Damn. Passing. Oh, damn. This last one. Hold on a second now. It's an obvious one, obviously, right? I mean.
I don't even know.
You'll
be upset, Pete
I
says.
will be upset. Gosh, Favre didn't do that. Is Montana?
Not Montana. It is Trent Dilfer. No, not Trent.
It is Kurt Warner. Damn. I don't know why. I'm an idiot. I don't know why. I kind of thought that.
I'm an idiot.
I guess I don't know where I missed out on that one. I'm shocked I missed out on that one. But either way, that's amazing.
As you mentioned, Patrick Mahomes did it all in one season. So here, if you're watching on YouTube or Peacock, the other NFL MVPs and Super Bowl MVPs in the same season, not a whole lot of people have done that.
Broke the trends? 9 teams in a row who won the coin toss lose. He won that.
That's how great he is.
Hasn't a regular season MVP hasn't won the Super Bowl since '99. Kurt Warner broke that, right? Madden picked the Eagles. Madden, by the way, the game.
Yeah.
All right. They have to reevaluate. They've had 5 of the last 6 Super Bowls wrong. Right. Something's wrong with your rating of players. You're overrating some people. I think.
Yeah.
We've seen that. So. That I just had to throw that there too. But either way, like special and like just overall big picture before we unpack it. I picked the Chiefs to win. I picked them, and also it was like for me, you know me, I'm a team. Team's better. I'm going to pick the team usually.
Yeah.
Right? But it was like the ultimate weight, even though one team's better in totality, matchup league a little bit. And the ultimate just get it done football team. And that's what was funny during the week where like people were like, oh, how do you think it? And then it's just like, it's almost hard to verbalize. Well, I just think they'll get it done. Like, they just have a way of big moments, big plays. That's what's special about this dynasty. It's not that machine we saw in New England. It's officially a dynasty here. You know, we'll see how great of one it is, but it's done a different way. It's a little bit more through the players and, hey, we're just going to make plays and moments other than, like, you know, New England where you'd be like, well, it's just perfect execution and Brady got him in the right play and made a good throw, right? Yeah. That's where it's different, too. It's got a different feel and pizzazz.
They were down 10. They're down 10 at halftime. And in a dominant first half by the Eagles, too. Watching that, I was like, man, the Eagles are such a great team.
They're a great team.
Because they can gift wrap a touchdown to the other team and still have a comfortable lead. And it's like if they just keep playing the way they're playing as this game's over.
Yeah. Thanks for watching, homies. Hit subscribe to see all my unbuttoned videos. You get to see me, Ahmed Fareed, all the big player breakdowns, game breakdowns, player interviews, and my film analysis. So please subscribe. Chris Simms Unbuttoned. Peace out.